Welcome back to another episode of Excalibur CCG TV's Talking Comics. We're your host. I'm Randy.
I'm Mark.
And we are going to be talking about comics that will be new to the shelves for February 28th, 2018.
Which is completely normal.
And that means we are already 2 months into the new year.
Yes, we are.
So it's not necessarily a new year anymore. And we're also 1 full year having been in our new location.
Absolutely.
And speaking of locations, you can figure out where our location is by going onto our website, ExcaliburCCG.com, or going to our Facebook page. You can find directions and a telephone number to the Shreveport location and to the Texarkana, Texas location.
Or use your telekinetic ability.
Or if you've been here before, you can just, go the way you went last time. Yeah. Unless they have problems with, is that short or long term that they got problems with there?
What were we talking about?
I don't know. Let's move on. No big news yet for you guys. We have a lot of comic book news to talk about at the end of the video. Later. But we got a whole lot of number ones this week.
Got a whole lot of ones. Got a whole lot of ones.
May get us flagged.
Oh, copyright.
Yeah, I don't know if it was on tune enough, but
probably not.
Probably not. So, February's just been a very busy week as far as putting out a lot of new titles.
Yes.
And so this is no different. And I'm going to let you start with the title with the coolest name of the year.
It's What's for Dinner.
That's right. Pork.
Beef.
Oh, beef.
Beef. Number 1 of 5. From Image Comics. This is brought to you by Richard Starkings, the creator of Elephant Men. That's right. Tyler Shaneline. I don't know what he created. But, Liberty Justice. Okay. This is the story of Meat Men. They should have a crossover with Milkman Man and Meat Men.
And Meatwad.
And Meatwad. Oh, man. Hunger Force should cross over with anybody. That would be fine. Chuck is a mild-mannered meat factory worker who is a little in love with a strawberry picker named Mary Lynn. But everything changes when Mary Lynn falls victim to the Bodino brothers. I guess that's supposed to be ominous and sinister, but I don't know who the Bodino brothers are.
I'm sure we'll find out.
I'm sure we will if we read Beef number 1.
And that's it.
That is it.
That's not a lot of...
It is not a lot of info. No.
Okay. Well, I've got a fun one here. Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 11, Giles, number 1. 4-issue miniseries from Dark Horse Comics. We're looking at Christos Gage on board to write, and Rebecca Isaacs is continuing to do her Buffy stuff. With this, we have stuff. That doesn't sound right. With this one, the grown-up Giles, or the mind of the grown-up Giles, is somehow now inhabiting the body of a younger teenage Giles, and he is going to be returning to school. Except it's not just any school, it's an inner city LA school where Giles, Mr. Proper, is going to find himself, and it just so happens that teachers are disappearing from the school. Now Giles is going to remember or find out that high school is hell.
So it's okay. It's like 21 Jump Street with vampires.
That's right.
Okay.
And more.
And more.
So,
Demons.
Dark Horse Comics.
Yes. Okay. From DC Comics, the Doom Patrol JLA special number 1 of 1. This is the finale of the Milk Wars.
Everybody's been asking.
Yep. Steve Orlando, Gerard Way, Dale Eaglesham with the art. As Red Coast Foundation shatters, the young animal teams come together with the Justice League and even more DC Universe heroes to finish the job. The only problem is Milkman Man and Red Coast still stand in their way. To right reality, the heroes of Young Animal and the DC Universe will have to unlock an outrageous power never before seen in any world. Never before seen.
Never before seen.
Ever. In any world. This mind-blowing conclusion will establish new realities for all of the DC's Young Animal titles. Look for the return of Cave Carson, Shade, and Mother Panic next month. And Cave Carson's got an interstellar eye this time.
And Shade is the woman.
Changing
She's not
woman.
girl.
And Mother Panic is still Mother Panic.
Yeah, they're all kind of getting. There's a new name to it, but they're all getting new names. I've got a quick twofer here for you guys. One from IDW and one from Dynamite. IDW is giving us G.I. Joe versus the $6 Million Man.
Number one.
That's right. Ryan Ferrier is writing, and S.L. Gallant, Goofus and Gallant, is on board. If you don't know what that is, then you're really young.
Yes. And we're really old.
Hacked by Cobra, Steve Austin has set his bionic eyes on G.I. Joe, and the fate of the world now hangs in the balance. I'm guessing that before long, that's going to change, and he's going to be helping G.I. Joe take on Cobra.
Oh, of course.
Dynamite is giving us Kiss, Army of Darkness, #1. Mark and Draco and Ruari Coleman. Very unique first name. Very...
Shamalama Ding Dong Smith.
That's right. The Disciples of the Destroyer. I don't know who that is, what that is. Is that a Army of Darkness thing? Disciples of the Destroyer?
I don't remember Destroyer. No, Destroyer. Kiss Destroyer.
Kiss Destroyer.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Show up and the Kiss band disappears. Now... Hey. I might be rejoicing too.
Leave them gone.
With their tour suddenly canceled, that means that a young Ash is suddenly not going to be fulfilling certain parts of his own destiny, and now it's up to him to join the Kiss Army of Darkness in order to find them. So, if you like mashups of something old and something old, you're getting that with both of these titles.
Yeah, something really cool and something really crappy. That's the mashup.
We have a lot of Kiss fans out here.
I hate Kiss. I've never liked Kiss. I grew up around that time, and I hate Kiss.
There was some song I heard, or someone told me was a Kiss song. I was like, but it doesn't sound anything like all their other stuff. It all just sounds the same.
Was it a disco song?
No, it was like a slow, sweet ballad kind of thing. I'm like, that's Kiss, Judy,
Beth. Yeah, that's Beth.
Yeah, I didn't know that was them. Apparently,
and to their credit. Gene Simmons will never. He doesn't do that song live because it's a show killer. It stops the show. It stops momentum.
It looks like they do have fun with their shows. And I will say, Detroit Rock City is a pretty fun.
They do put on a really, really. I mean, you get your money's worth at a Kiss concert. I will say that. I just.
It's just going to be great when they come out there and they have their high heels on and their walkers, because they can't really support themselves anymore.
They're actually probably
at that point
the little demonic tennis balls on the.
That's
walker.
Right. How many farewell tours have they done?
Well, they do
probably
an annual farewell tour.
Some of the most.
They're actually talking about. Kiss being an entity and bigger than any one person, and
so someone else is going to.
So yes,
that's awesome.
Yes, they're going to go on apparently with different because they want to keep making money until they die, and when they can't go on stage anymore, somebody else will go on for them.
That's why they
make them money.
Procreated is so that they can.
Their own little Kiss army.
There you go. Who knew? And who knew we could talk this long about something like Kiss?
It's something I hate.
What's next?
Okay, from Marvel Comics, Lockjaw, #1 of 4. Who's a good boy? Part 1. Who's a good boy?
I was going in a different direction.
What were you doing?
I was thinking MASH, Lockjaw. And,
Okay. This is fitting, too. It's written by Daniel Kibblesmith. So Daniel Kibbles and Bits is writing the little dog story. I didn't mean to make you spew.
I'm holding it, so I don't. But I was not expecting Kibblesmith. It's awesome.
Carlos Villa and Ed McGuinness doing the cover. At long last, the dog has his day. Dog Day afternoon. Lockjaw spends most of his time defending the Inhuman Empire alongside Black Bolt and Medusa. But when he gets a message that his long-lost littermates are in danger, he'll spring into action to save them. But wait. Lockjaw has brothers and sisters? Can they teleport? Are they inhuman? Can they possibly be as gosh darn cute as their big brother? All the answers are here. Get ready for an adventure worth fetching for.
Now I'm really confused.
They've changed his origin. He's not a person that changed into a thing anymore. He's an actual dog.
That really was a dog that got a hold of the Terrigen Mist. Maybe this will tell us.
Maybe this will tell us,
because that's very different.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'm not wrapping my head around that quite yet.
No, I'll have to check it out.
DC Comics gives us Mera, Queen of Atlantis, #1 of 6. Dan Abnett on board to write it. Always awesome. And the very underrated Lan Medina giving us the art. With this, we see that the Atlantean Civil War continues, and Mera now finds herself exiled, queen in exile, and she is taking on a different role where she is playing the peacemaker between the surface and Atlantis. However, all that's going to probably get a little muddled up once Ocean Master returns, figures out that there's all this civil war going on, and he wants the throne for himself. So he's going to probably try to use it to his advantage.
Of course.
Of course. With a name like Ocean Master. I would just be a surfer or something.
Ocean Master. It just sounds like a infomercial product.
You want Vince to promote it?
Yes.
I would go with Billy, but he's dead. So.
Yeah, he is.
Too much cocaine does that to you.
He was the best.
Oh, he was. I love Billy.
And loud.
Yes.
Okay, from Aspen Comics. Shrugged, Volume 3, #1 of 6.
Shrug.
Who knew? Frank Mastromoro writing, and Andre Risso with the art. Volume 3 of Aspen's hit series, long-awaited return, is finally here. Rejoin high school teenager Theodore Langstrom along with Angie, I guess that's Angie, or Eng, and teenager Theodore Langstrom, oops, I just read that, and Dev, his internal allies guiding his conscience, okay? As those who have read this know what they're talking, know what this is. I have no idea. The events of Shrug Volumes 1 and 2, okay. Oh my god, I'm way off here. Ange and Dev, his internal allies guiding his conscience as he attempts to adapt to life following the events of Shrug Volumes 1 and 2, whatever happened there. After saving the emotional spectrum realm of Perspecta and everyone he holds dear in the process, Theo discovers that the most fearsome moment of all still awaits him. High school graduation.
I wonder if Giles is going to be in his class.
Maybe. Maybe. It could be.
And a crossover we didn't talk about.
That's right. A secret crossover. But like all things in his life, adolescence is not the only challenge Theo will face along the way, as he is yet to still truly experience the horrors of several emotions, including entering adulthood. I am just completely confused by that, so listen.
My advice for him would be just disconnect all emotions. They're not worth it.
They are not.
They're just cut it off.
Be like Spock.
That's right. That's logical. Also from DC Comics. And fascinating. And you get to wear some pretty, killer blush or eyeshadow or whatever stuff. Yeah.
You could be called a green-blooded hobgoblin.
I have no problem with that.
Me either. I wish somebody
that's
would
like
call
pillow
me
talk with me and my wife. What?
And there's a glimpse.
She loves Leonard Nimoy. What can I say? I was always a Bones fan, so we do our own little fanfic right there in the. No.
Did you have to do a Bilbo Baggins song video?
Bilbo. I love that song.
I do too.
That's a great album, just overall. DC Comics, back on track here. Gives us the Terrifics #1. I have really been looking forward to this. Jeff Lemire going to kill it with the script, and Ivan Rice will give us some beautiful art. We have Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho, Plastic Man, and
the
Phantom Lady.
Phantom.
Yes, all coming together. At this time of crisis, something has happened that brings them together, and they're going to have to rely on each other if they are going to find their way home. So basically, they are lost in time, universe, something. And while they're lost and trying to find their way home, they're going to have to answer the most important question: where in the universe is Tom?
I mean, what?
Tom Strong.
Tom Strong,
So,
awesome.
You give me Mr. Terrific, who is one of my absolute favorite DC characters, and you give me Tom Strong, which is just a great pulp character. If you've never read Alan Moore's Tom Strong, I should have brought that for us to. A totally missed opportunity.
Oh, well, you can do it next week.
Next week. We'll
Next time, Gadget.
Spoiler there. But great character there, and it should be a fun series.
Yep. And fans of Fantastic Four can read that until Fantastic Four comes back.
Which looks like it may be sooner rather than later.
Possibly with Donny Cates writing it.
Yes.
A rumor.
Ah, sweet.
Rumor, yes.
Is that brother Namor?
It is.
Okay.
It is. Rumor. Murders of the Rumor. Okay, here we go. From Black Mask. More.
He rues more than usual.
Right.
And Namor rues quite a bit. So
yeah.
He just rues more.
He rues more. I rue the day I tried to do this video. All right, from Black Mask Comics. Okay, Wilds #1. And if you're lucky, sometime this year, there might be a #2. Black Mask is not really good about getting
Black
out.
Mask. I was thinking Wild Cards, which was that George R.R. Martin book.
Oh, no.
I don't remember if that was later on.
This is written by Vita Ayala and art by Emily Pearson. After a cataclysmic plague sweeps across America, survivors come together from city-state-like communities for safety. Daisy Walker is a runner for the compound, a mix of post-apocalyptic postal service and black market salvaging operation. It is a runner's job to ferry items and people between settlements and on occasion scavenge through the ruins of the old world. Daisy is the best there is at what she does. Oh, Wolverine's going to be pissed. Oh, man. Snicked. Out beyond the settlement walls are innumerable dangerous feral animals, crumbling structures, and abominations. God, they're stealing from Marvel. Wolverine and the Abomination. Those that were touched by the plague and become something other than human, I'm guessing. After a decade of surviving, Daisy isn't fazed by any of it until her lover, another runner, in the night blinded by, named Heather, goes missing on a job. Desperate to find her, Daisy begins to see that there may be little difference between the world inside the walls and the horrors beyond. So, actually, that sounds interesting.
It sounds a little like Feathers, but yeah, interesting indeed. That is it for the #1s that we have here, but there's a lot more to talk about.
Yeah.
First and foremost, from Diamond Comics, we are going to have, what is it called?
Diamond Pull Box. Diamond.
That sounds that sounds right. Yeah, Diamond Pull Box. And with this, guys, it is cloud-based, and it is something where your comic shops that participate with it, which should be us, will be able to have your pull list available to you, that you can make changes to your pull list from the comfort of your own homes. Order special order items. You can wish list things that you might have missed and you want us to look for. There's a multitude of things that are going to be happening there. I'm guessing that you'll be able to upload it, and then it will come to us for the final approval, because we still have to be the people that order the books.
Right.
It just allows you to go, well, I'm done with this title, or I wanted to add this title, something like that. A lot of you guys already do that with us on Tuesdays. When you get your email about your pull list, you'll send us a message. Now, if you see something's not there, you can go and you can add, well, I don't know if it's too late then. You probably still need to contact us with that. But you can always look and see, I read about this, let me go see if I can add it yet.
Plus, you'll have full access to Previews World website.com, which has like everything basically Diamond has. So, you can Statues, action figures, knickknacks, T-shirts,
posters.
A lot of people ask for posters, which we don't carry anymore because nobody was asking them when we had them. But anything basically that Diamond, that Previews World has, you can order through that.
Yeah, we'll have the most recent previews available for you to be able to order from, but you're going to find out that there are like final orders with things. You're going to learn some of what we already deal with on a monthly basis with that. It looks like they're right now. I don't think they have a final date, but they're saying
sometime
late
in the spring. Yeah.
So they're going to have retailers kind of getting together to show this off in April. So beyond that should be when they're looking to implement it.
Yeah, and it's exciting. I mean, that's a cool feature.
Yeah, I don't understand the cloud, but apparently the cloud is what's being used with this.
The cloud it's a hard drive.
It's a hard drive that oftentimes gets hacked.
Yeah.
What I see.
I mean, it's a computer. The cloud's a computer.
Okay.
It's a big stack of hard drives. I mean, that's basically all it is. It's just storage.
I'm guessing it's like we've got a database that communicates what we need to restock, and if we do something on one computer, it uploads on the other, or alerts you that it needs to be uploaded. I'm guessing that's how this is going to work. Something similar. You have 32 people with updates.
Imagine that once everybody gets, I mean, it's going to be like you will sign up for your specific comic shop. So Chris will probably get a report of all the ads and some tracks and orders and all that all at once, or maybe he'll probably have to check it every day or whatever.
So it's beta testing, obviously, with this, and that's a huge thing because that's something that's never been available for you guys to like. I mean, you can see what's there on the in the previews book, but if you're able to peruse kind of like we are when we need to check something, you can go, oh hey, is this still something that we can get a hold of?
Right. And then you'll be able to see whether it's available or not, that kind of thing.
Which is where I guess the wish list comes in with
yeah manage your own stuff, and it's pretty cool.
Very cool. Absolutely. So big news, very excited about that.
Yep. We'll tell you more as we learn.
Yeah, this is brand spanking new to us.
Yeah, just announced today, I think. So,
Another piece of big news has to do with a company by the name of Marvel, where they are still not going to just be resetting the universe.
No.
They're never going to press that button, I don't think. Or not anytime soon that I can see. But they are heading in a direction where it looks like the heroes are going to be a little more heroic, a little more what we're used to having seen in the past. Starting with, what's the big Jason Aaron one?
Avengers. Ed McGuinness on art for probably just the first arc. But yeah, classic. Part of it's a classic lineup.
Yeah.
You've got Cap and Iron Man and Thor. Odin's son Thor, not Jane Foster Thor. She dead. She's going to be dead.
We guess.
Yeah. Black Panther.
Miss Marvel? Or Captain Marvel. Which, two other mainstays.
Right. But a little bit different with the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider.
Yeah, She-Hulk.
She-Hulk is on there as well.
But yeah, so they have a Ghost Rider.
Yes.
They have a Ghost Rider. So that it's something a little different. It is still Robbie Reyes, like he said, but Marvel looks like in May they're going to start introducing these a couple of these new titles, and then they're going to allow some of the other stuff to finish up.
I think before they relaunch.
Yeah. But the relaunch is going to be happening.
It's happening a little bit in May. Black Panther's getting a new number 1. Venom's getting a new number 1.
Yeah.
Venom, Donnie Cates and Ryan Stegman on the creative team for that.
Yeah, Daniel Acuna joins Ta-Nehisi Coates there on board Black Panther.
Yeah. Just some really, really good news, really exciting news. Their full previews are out. I haven't had a chance to look through them yet, but it's on all the regular CBR, Newsarama, Bleeding Cool. The previews are all on those normal sites.
Just even with the rumors we've had, a handful of people coming in saying they're excited again. So
I can honestly tell you this is the most excited I've been about Marvel and seeing what's coming out. I was a little bit because they're not going forward with a new Thor #1 yet. They're doing a prologue to the death of Mighty Thor thing and all that. So, but after that, I would think that they'll move forward with the new #1. It looks like Jason Aaron's staying on that title. There's a different artist. Who is the artist? Not Ramon Perez. It's, is it Ramon Perez?
Yeah, Ramon Perez.
He's doing the one shot. I don't know if he's going to be like the new artist going forward, or if Russell Dauterman's just taking a break. And coming back to Thor after that. We'll see. I hope Dauterman stays on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I want to see him do some really cool adventures with like Odin's on Thor.
But for those of you who feel like they sometimes have too many Avengers titles, this looks to be the only one.
Probably an occasional miniseries or something.
Sure. I mean, this may come out twice a month or something.
18 issues a year. So.
Yeah. So you're going to get more issues than usual, but you're not going to be overloaded with something like that. That's a big thing that people have talked about.
It is. They're paring down their line a little bit.
That's the first time in a long time that they've only had one Avengers title.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if the Spider-Man titles, which right now are 4 or 5 titles, are going to pare down as well.
I understand that Renew Your Vows is going away eventually.
Okay.
I don't know what the last issue is, but I've heard that it is going to be canceled, which leads me to believe that they're going back to the marriage in the regular book.
Sure.
So that's probably all.
There's some spoilers happening in the book right now that may lead to that as well. So Marvel just has a lot happening. We haven't forgotten about the Image Expo and everything that's been announced there.
A lot of new titles coming out of that, and we'll cover some of those next show.
Yeah, it's just where the show's going to go way too long if we're talking about that. So little bit by little bit, because we don't get too much news these days.
It's true.
I mean, I don't know what the deal is where they...
I used to get it all the time.
I know.
Man, but now it's like every once in a while you get something.
I mean, you can go to Bleeding Cool now, and I mean, they have reviews for books now because they don't have news for things. But so just let us know how excited you are about the Marvel relaunch here. And now it's time for our back issues of the week.
Yep.
I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Mine's real simple here, guys. I have Star Wars Darth Maul Death Sentence #1. Why is Randy showing you a Darth Maul book? I'm showing you a Darth Maul book because it is hard to come across a lot of these miniseries.
Especially the Dark Horse stuff.
A lot of the Dark Horse miniseries, some of their ongoing series, and we have just gotten a huge collection in. So it's kind of, we don't have a lot of doubles of stuff because it was a collection we bought. So it's kind of first come first serve with picking these up. But if there are some of these series, The Purge, Darth Maul, there are a lot of the Invasions, multiple series that you missed out on, or you've
just need an issue here or there.
Yeah, need an issue to fulfill that, complete that collection. Boba Fett, we've got a lot of them. And now's your time to strike while the iron is hot to get those books. And they're not crazy prices.
No.
I mean, you can go back to the first series from Marvel, and there are some higher price books there. But even looking at the first Dark Horse series and everything throughout the Dark Horse, that catalog is not just ridiculous with their price. So it would behoove you to come in and take a look at our Star Wars books, and you can see where we have now pulled aside all of our sci-fi, fantasy, media books and put them into a section of their own that makes it easier to look through rather than having to go all around our back issues trying to find them. So check out that new section in the store as well.
Yeah, we're slowly getting some stuff. We got the war comics section off.
Right.
We got the westerns. And now we got the sci-fi.
We have some Golden Age. And we have people who come in who ask for specific things. And if you come into our store, you've already noticed that we tend to keep a lot of the sci-fi fantasy books down at the end of the main alphabet. So we went ahead and said, naturally, we'll just follow suit with that and make them their own section as well.
Right, and it's going to be like Star Wars, Star Trek,
Predator, Aliens,
Dungeons and Dragons is in there,
Game
of Thrones stuff, all that kind of stuff. is now going to be in its own little section.
Yeah, so peruse it, and you may go, oh, well, I forgot about this one here, and find something else as well.
Absolutely.
What are you?
All right, I got a. It's kind of it's a two-parter actually. This is you're going to notice a pattern from me, and a lot of my stuff is going to be old Marvel because that's what I grew up reading mostly, and that's the stuff I remember and I knew and loved. And this is Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, number 165. At first, this has Stegron, the Dinosaur Man, in it, which was a villain that was actually first appeared in Marvel Team Up number 19, and that was one of my favorite ever issues. But we didn't have both parts of that, so I didn't do that one today. But I will eventually. All we need to do is, if you have a number 20 and you don't want it, bring it in. So this is not just Stegron. It gets cooler because at the end of this issue, and all through this issue, he's not just fighting Stegron, but the lizard pokes his nose in there. And so it's like War of the Reptile Men. And
right.
Stegron is animating dinosaur skeletons from a museum and all that. So Spidey's got to fight, big dinosaur bones and the Stegron and the lizard. And it's just like a fun story, and it's good Spider-Man stuff, and corny and wacky, and there's reptile guys in there.
And Mark loves reptiles.
Yes, I do.
I mean, who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
It's that's
So that's 165 and 166.
If I could, I would have a total collection full of just shirts about Tyrannosaurus and their tiny arms, because they're always funny.
Yes, they
are. So a lot of stuff for you guys to process this week. I want you to do the usual thing with us and go to, or on the video, make sure you subscribe if you have not done so already. Like, share, comment on the multitude of things, on the Marvel information, the pull list, our back issue selections this week, and the number ones. And, make sure that you spread the word about our video and what we're doing.
Yeah, we're trying to, slowly get this built back up. I know a lot of you know Chris Hunter, and he was always the voice and very excited, and neither of us have that personality, but we're trying. And we're trying to, bring some cool stuff to the video to keep you guys coming back.
So yeah, something for you to look forward to every week.
Back issue is the first thing, and as always, if there's any big news, we'll have that for you. And,
absolutely.
We'll maybe add some more stuff here sometime soon.
Yeah. So remember, we're Excalibur Comics guys, and you can visit our website excaliburccg.com to subscribe or add anything to your pull list that you need to do with the books that are going to be new that we've mentioned, with the books that are going to be pre-orders that are currently out there and available, something that soon you'll be able to do on your own.
Yep. And
just keep in touch with us. That's the main thing we're looking for here. Anything else before we go on?
Done.
Okay. You guys have a great week, and we will see you next time. Bye. Welcome back. Buck. That just book. That just went all over the place there. So, I'm a little flimmy. I'm a little Flemish. Okay.